what time it is, man. Welcome to the Titans Colosseum podcast, man. I'm back in the building, man. They tried to hold me down. I don't know what I ate, but hey, it kicked my ass, man. But your boy back, man. I'm your host, Morocco. We got RJ in the building, Firestone in the building. How y'all feeling, fellas?
Feeling good, man. We missed your last show, man.
Yeah,
I know, man. I was hugging the toilet, man.
it was your new best friend, huh?
Man,
you see what it
that
is,
was
bro.
my
Now,
best
now I
friend.
see how the Migos felt, bro. Whenever they make a song and it's just like they missing Quavo or they missing Takeoff or Offset. Now I see how they feel, man.
Yeah, man, it ain't right unless you got us three.
Yeah.
Absolutely, bro. It just doesn't feel right.
Right. But yeah, man, we gonna go ahead and get the show on and popping, man. Cause I mean, we gonna make this in and out mission. I mean, sure, we ain't got much to talk about. Y'all know what's going on up out here, man. The race for D-Hop continues. I mean, he came, visited Nashville, went to the CMA festival. Vrabel drove him around in a luxury van and all that good shit. I mean, how y'all feel about it, man? I mean, what did y'all take out of all the reports that came out?
Bro, man,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead, RJ.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, first thing first, man. I want to say that I was in downtown Nashville the same time D-Hop was, but I didn't get a chance to see him. So No, but apparently, man, he met up with Mike Vrabel on Fifth and Broad. He met up with Ryan Tannehill and his wife, and he also met with Rand Carthon and his wife. So apparently he loved his visit. You know what I'm saying? It was good vibes. I'm glad we're doing a good job courting him. We just hope we can seal the deal, man. Hopefully he sees us as a possible contender. And if he comes here, man, he's gonna be able to be successful.
Bro, he has to see us as more of a possible contender than Patriots, bro. If that's what it's coming down to, because that's the only two visits he's had so far. So if it's only coming down to us in New England, bro, that's no question. You come here, and there's not many teams we can say that about. But bro, if you're all those things you listed on the podcast, and you was like you want all these things, like all right, Tannehill's not the elite quarterback or superstar quarterback, but we got a defense, we got a possibility to actually make a run in the playoffs. You're in a division you already know. We know who our QB is. We're not sitting here trying to make up a decision. Like, as crazy as this sounds, all right, they made some changes now, but the Patriots wide receivers room was worse than our room, and that's saying a lot. So I don't see him going to New England, bro. It got to be us. It's cold up in New England. There ain't much to do in New England. We showed them the nightlife and how the city life is in Nashville. Kind of gave him that personal touch with Rand and his wife going out with them, with Vrabel going out, and then Tannehill, his wife, gave that good personal touch, bro. So for me, I'm very optimistic that he's going to come here and play with us, because they made that whole skeptics like, oh, well, he's not got beef with Bill O'Brien anymore up there in New England. It's like, bro, there's always a little bit of animosity. So, and I don't know. I feel like he had so many good things to say about Vrabel when we hired Vrabel, that I would not see why D-Hop wouldn't want to come back and play here, play with Vrabel.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I'm not going to go ahead, Marco.
Yeah, man, I was just going to say, man, if he want to go to New England, pay them high-ass taxes and play in that cold-ass weather, so be it, man. I'm honestly just ready to get it over with. I'm ready to just get to training camp, get to the preseason games so we can get to the regular season. If he come, he come. He don't. But, hey, I would love to have him. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you about it, because, I mean, D-Hop going to change the outlook of our offense, man. I mean, with D-Hop out there, even though he ain't the D-Hop of 2016 or 2017, he's still a damn good player. And he's still well respected around the league. So you can't go up out there, playing off of him or whatever, because, I mean, he going to make you pay. And with D-Hop on the field for us as well, I mean, they can't just sit up and corner in on Traylon Burks and Chig Okonkwo and Derrick Henry. I mean, you got to respect our whole offense.
Has D-Hop ever in his career, and y'all help me, refresh my memory here, has D-Hop in his entire career really truly had a number 2 wide receiver?
Yeah, Will Fuller.
Come on, was that really a number 2, or was that a 3 playing number 2?
I'm trying. They had Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk was pretty good.
But see, to me, those are still Fs. Those are still slot position guys. No, not like F as a grade, but like F on the
Like
field.
Christian Kirk straight. I'm not gonna say Christian Kirk sorry though, man. I mean, you see what he's doing on the Jaguars. He's pretty good there.
Right.
It's not he's okay. You know
But
what I'm
I
saying?
think I just look at him as a slot wide receiver, and that's not a bad thing. You still got to be a good guy, good tough guy to go into the slot, but slot's not necessarily number two.
Well,
But so like what I'm saying is like Traylon Burks being beside him might give him something he's never had in his career before.
so if he does come to the Tennessee Titans, is he a number one wide receiver?
Oh,
Do we?
Bro, it's almost like 1A, 1B with him and Traylon.
I honestly, if D Hop is going to be our number two, I think he's our best number two that we've had it. Honestly, I'm gonna be real because I think he's better than Julio Jones. I think he's better than Kevin Dyson. I think he's better than. No offense to Kevin Dyson, that's my boy, but you know what I'm saying. He better than Corey Davis. You know what I'm saying? Like we keep going down this list, man. Like we was talking about that, man, and I just feel like I look at it like this though. I don't think he's gonna go to New England, man. I just don't fit. I don't see the fit. I don't see the fit in New England, man. And when I was talking to Morocco outside of the stream, and I was telling him, look, man, I just feel like New England's holding on to Bill Belichick too long. He's the greatest coach of all time. There will never be another Bill Belichick in this league, man. The way he coached, but the way he coaches, man, is one is getting out of date, and two, he needs an elite quarterback like Tom Brady for people to even go play for him because nobody's gonna want to play for that style of football where he's super hard on you. There's no fun. You know what I'm saying? It's strictly winning. That's it's strictly business with the New England Patriots.
Yeah, man. And I just want to get to Keon's comment up here. He said he feel like their wide receiver core is better than ours. I don't see it, man. I mean what New England got up there?
I was about to say now with the offseason, they've added Juju. So now, I would say it is. But even then, it's a close second because, I mean, Juju and Traylon, I mean, that's really so.
Juju now, I don't know, man. Juju, this ain't Pittsburgh still a Juju. Like, I get he stepped up in the Super Bowl, but he got Patrick Mahomes throwing on the ball. Like, he gonna make anybody look good.
He didn't do nothing for Kansas City most of the year last year. He was silent.
He showed up in the Super Bowl. I give him that. He showed up in the Super Bowl. But he really wasn't. I mean, Juju Smith, like he not no. I'm game planning, man. No, I feel like Traylon Burks will be better than Juju Smith-Schuster in my opinion. We'll see.
Yeah, man, do y'all seriously think the Jets secondary is scared of New England wide receivers?
No.
Bro,
Buffalo.
Hell, I can even ask the same question about Buffalo, right? Just like you said,
Buffalo,
man. They not worried about them.
The Dolphins ain't worried about the Dolphins. Bro, they secondary about their Clinton.
Bro,
man, come on, Keon.
They division got the best secondaries, bro. I ain't even think about that. They secondary nice. Like,
that's what I was say.
Even the Patriots secondary nice too. You know, New England got some nice corners. They always got nice corners.
Bro, you really think D-Hop wants to face the Jets defense, the Dolphins defense, and the Buffalo Bills defense twice a year?
Oh my!
What sounds better, those three defenses or the Colts defense, Texans defense, Jaguars defense? I think I'm taking the AFC South, bro.
I'm telling you, man. I feel like we're the best option, dude. Until like a team like Kansas City or Buffalo steps up to the plate, or another contender like maybe the Dallas Cowboys, if they don't step up to the plate, we got him, man. I just feel like we're better. We're better at all the teams that aren't just the true contenders. I feel like we're the best fit.
Yeah,
you know,
so far, yeah. Because I mean, like, there's some people in the comments saying like Lions and Bills might come into play. Like the Bills is not really a good destination landing spot. Like I think a lot of people are. We look at it like, okay, it's cool because fans, it's a lot of fun to play, but let's not play. They like New England, bro. They get feet of snow. They get in the negatives when it gets cold. What player wants to go play there at the end of their career when they got all these injuries, all this arthritis, and all this other stuff going through their bones? Who wants to go play in cold weather at the end of their careers? That's the young man's game. That young men will go play in the cold. Not really too many old people are.
Hey man, things about to change out here in this AFC South. Our whole division's about to get domes. Like that's crazy. Like if y'all don't think that this division that we're about to end finna get better, man, we're all about to get domes. That helps out free agency. People want to play in domes, man. Like they don't want to play in that weather. Yeah. So he said, I think he wants a ring. I mean, he has a chance. Does he not have a chance to win a ring on the Tennessee Titans?
Thank
I
you.
mean, if we win our division, anything can happen in the playoffs. I'm not saying we have an elite roster, but we've seen playoff football, man. Like the crazy, like the Cincinnati Bengals made it to the Super Bowl with no offensive line. Like, hey, I
Bro.
mean, I get it. That Ryan Tannehill ain't Joe Burrow, but we done seen crazy teams make the Super Bowl.
Bro, the Eagles made it to a Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl with 2 QBs, and ain't neither one of them starting nowhere right now.
They didn't even have an elite wide receiving core. You go back and look at that Eagles team, man. They had Alshon Jeffrey, and I forgot who else was that other. See, that lets you know. I don't even know. Was it Nelson Aguilar?
Yes,
Who was
Nelson
their wide
Aguilar.
receiver core? Their wide receiver core wasn't even that good. Like,
Right.
it was
Even
that
look at the
defense.
Eagles from last year, man. I mean, they wasn't supposed to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, anybody sitting up here saying the Eagles were projected to go to the Super Bowl is a damn fool. I mean,
at the beginning of the season, nah.
No.
When they started playing,
Mid-
I
mid-season.
was projected to be a backup still. I mean, they got AJ. I mean, some people felt like, AJ would do good with his friend, and which he did. But people wasn't just putting the Eagles in the Super Bowl like that. And hell, you can even look at our own team back in '99, man. The season before we went to the Super Bowl, we went like what 8-8 or some shit. I mean, you can never tell, man, until you get in the season and play football. That's why I tell people, man, just sit back and chill. You don't know what you got until you get on the field.
Exactly.
Bro, wasn't every year Eli Manning won a Super Bowl? They was like 9-7, and they was all talking about Eli being washed up. Then he wins a Super Bowl that year. Like, we don't know. You got to go out there and play these games because
the Super Bowl come down to defense, man. You got to play defense. If you're not playing no elite defense, which I think the Titans, this defense, if they click, man, they can be really good. You know what I'm saying? If they click, they're gonna be really good. But if we can get our defense to elite, we have a chance to get to the Super Bowl. I mean, if you can stop you from scoring in the playoffs, dude, that's how the Pittsburgh Steelers win their Super Bowl. That's how the New England Patriots won their Super Bowl. Not like they was dropping 50 points on people, like they was stopping folks. Bill Belichick, like I said earlier, Bill Belichick's the best coach to ever coach the game. His defenses used to give people fits, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's how Mike Vrabel coaches. It's when he gets to the playoffs, he comes with a good game plan. We've all seen it. It's just, man, we gotta get over this hump, man.
Bro, because defenses win championships, and a lot of people like to talk about it because, like, all the Mahomes stuff and the Josh Allen stuff is all cool and flashy and it's fun to watch. But to actually win a Super Bowl, all you need is a great defense and an offense that can put drives together. Like, even if they just go down there and get field goals, we've seen teams win that way because as long as you can keep the other team offense off the field, that's the best defense. So if your defense knocks them off and then your offense puts long, sustainable drives together, you're good. And I think that's what we can do as the Titans. Our defense can put a lot of pressure on offense, and our offense can put long, sustainable drives go down there, and then we just have to top them off with touchdowns. We're going to be good all season, bro. I really think we're not going to be in a bad situation like we are, and we're about to come shock the league this year, and this might be the year we start demanding our respect and people realizing this is not the same Tennessee Titans from the years past.
They do
and
it
people got to quit it. My bad, RJ. Go ahead.
No, I said they do it every season. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I was just going to put out there, man, people got to stop acting like we don't be going toe-to-toe with these so-called Super Bowl teams, man. I mean, y'all sit up, cry about, we got this person, we not gonna be able to be. But every season, up under Mike Vrabel, we done had to play these teams, and with the exception of a couple of games, we've either beaten these opponents or we went down to the wire with them. So I mean, you just got to look at our situation as a whole. It took the NFL to keep us out of the playoffs last season.
Yes, facts.
Throughout all our foolishness,
facts.
The last 2 minutes of the game is where we lost it all.
Yeah.
So think about that right there and go into this season with all the optimism that you got, man, because I mean, this team is not bad at all.
Our defense, I still like our defense. I don't care what nobody say. And we just added another corner to our cornerback depth, and we're gonna get a better Roger McCreary this season. And hopefully, we got Christian Fulton in a contract year. I feel like this is gonna be Christian Fulton's best season if he can stay healthy. I mean, we still have the best safety in the league, and that's Kevin Byard. I don't care what nobody say. Kevin Byard, year in and year out, is a consistent top all pro safety, man. I don't care what nobody say, man. That dude is a baller, especially when he has a good situation around him. Amani Hooker is left on. And then when you go to our, I don't really know too much about our linebackers. I hear a lot of good things about Aziz, but I don't know who our secondary linebacker is, man. I know we let go of Zach Cunningham and David Long, so we'll see.
So it's gonna be plug and play.
Yeah, so you go look at our D line, man. I mean, we have Arden Key, we have Rashad Weaver, we have the Danico Autry, we have Jeffrey Simmons, and we have Harold Landry coming back this season. I don't expect no double-digit sack season from Harold Landry. I just need 6. Give me 6 sacks. I mean, you coming off of an ACL injury, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a reasonable season out of you. He said,
For me, Harold Landry just has to come back and be a disruptor. He don't even have to come get sacks. As long as you can come in and even set picks for us to roll other DTs out to the outside or to the inside or however we need to do to set up our stunts. Even if you can just come in and just set up picks for people like that, that'll be fine by me. Just come in and be a force because we know you are coming off the injury. Let Arden Key, let Jeffrey Simmons, and let Weaver go get those sacks, and you just go in there and take up the bodies and move people out of the way. We'll be perfectly fine that way because he does that good too because he got speed around that corner. But like I said, he coming off that ACL. We got to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit more patient with Harold Landry, man, because like you said, RJ, he coming off that ACL, and it usually take guys a little bit to get comfortable. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, you healed up or whatever, but it's a mental thing because you just thinking back to when you first hurt that thing, what you done when you hurt it, and twisting and changing certain directions, man. I mean, he's got to get past that mental block. And once he gets past that mental block, whenever that is, I expect Harold Landry to be the same Harold Landry he was back in 2021. Yeah, that's when it was, 2021.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep up with Harold Landry in these OTAs, but it seemed like it got him trying to rehab still. So hopefully, man, if we can get a good Harold Landry this season, man, that definitely helps out. Our D line was already a problem this year. I can just imagine with Harold Landry out there, and the dude played 1,000 snaps before he got hurt, man. Yeah, he deserved that contract. I was the main person that said I don't want to sign him because I want to sign AJ Brown. But I mean, signing Harold Landry was also good too, even though he got hurt. So
I'm looking for a mid-season, man. I would start looking for Harold Landry to start, getting back to his regular self around the middle of the season. Starting off, I mean, not gonna expect much, but as long as we getting good push from the defensive line, I mean, he got a chance to get up in there and get active.
Yeah, because I expect him to be on like a pitch count at the beginning of the season. I don't expect him to be playing much at all. Just to get you in there to get comfortable. Because like you said, it is a bunch of mental thing. Because like not even just getting back into that faith, but like with these past 6, 7 months, 8 months, whatever it's been, you've been kind of babying that leg, not walking, not doing all this. So your mind for those months have been already triggered to that. So now you got to tell your mind that hey, have trust, have faith in it. It's there, it's stable, it's secure. We can do this. So it's going to take some time, so it's no rush with Landry. But the good thing is we got other people on the D line that can make it for the time. He don't have to rush back in.
Yeah. We definitely on defense.
Yeah, just like Cora said, man, they sleeping on our defense this year, man. I mean, our defense wasn't bad last year. I mean, we were just hurt. I mean, we lost most of our key players, and the key players we had in, they was hurt. They were just toughing through shit. So get these guys back healthy, man. I mean, I really feel like they gonna pick up where that 2021 defense left off at.
I mean, you go back and look at the games that we played. I mean, look at that Kansas City game we had this year in Kansas City this year. I mean, Kansas City last year. Man, I feel like we played Kansas City as tough as anybody. You go back and watch that game, man. Patrick Mahomes was getting lit up.
He was not comfortable.
He was not comfortable the whole game. I mean, I get it. You're going to look at the stat sheet. He threw for 400 yards on us. But the running game, we held Isaiah Pacheco to 5 yards. We held them to almost 30 yards rushing. And they played a whole game and handed the ball off at least 15 times. We was not going to let them run the ball that day. We controlled that line of scrimmage. Patrick Mahomes he's great. He threw 68 passes to get to 400 yards. I think that's a good job of Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? 1 touchdown, 1 pick.
But I don't recall another team he played last year that he looked more uncomfortable than when he played the Titans. Even in the Super Bowl, he looked fine. they wasn't getting to him at all.
Yeah, and then you go back and I mean, if Malik Willis threw 80 yards that game and we still almost won, he threw 80 yards,
Exactly, man.
80 yards, man.
It just goes back to my point about people underestimating us, man. I mean, we hang with these
I like it.
so-called Super Bowl contenders, man. I don't even consider anybody no Super Bowl contender. If I had to pick one team, it would most definitely be Kansas City because they just won the Super Bowl. Other than that, you don't know what anybody is going to do.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, especially I feel like the Cincinnati Bengals they finna hit a decline because they're about to have to pay all these players. They got to pay Joe Burrow. They got to play Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. People gonna be going off of that team, man. There's no way you pay all three of them. If they don't win the Super Bowl this year on these rookie contracts, man, they're in trouble. You know?
Yes, yeah, this is their window.
This is their window, man. They got to win with this rookie contract.
Yeah. This the time Joe Burrow gonna have to show us who he really is. I mean, people feel like they know who Joe Burrow is or whatever, but can you do all that without your weapons? I mean, can you go to the Super Bowl, then turn around and go to the AFC Championship game or whatever without your wide receivers? I mean, the greatest that played this game, even they done had down seasons because they didn't have the proper weapons up out there, and Joe Burrow is not going to be an exception to that.
Yeah, most definitely. So we can get on to our, one of our topics that we had. It was I guess we're gonna talk about Buffalo and what's going on with Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, man. Like Sean McDermott said yesterday that he was concerned that Diggs didn't show up to OTAs, mandatory camp and stuff. And then today Diggs shows up and he's like, no, I'm not concerned. Everything's good. So I'm just wondering, I want to know y'all's opinion on this. Do you really think there's turmoil there, and you think Diggs really wants out? And if he does want out, do you want the Titans to kind of pursue him if we don't get D-Hop?
Take it first, RJ.
I just feel like that Titan and Tennessee Titan and Buffalo Bill hate is there, man. They're not gonna trade us no player. Not they star player. True. I just don't see it. If they're gonna trade them, it's gonna go to the NFC, man. Like there's a lot of teams that hate us in the AFC, dude, and I don't see it.
Yeah, they're gonna get them up out of here, man. I mean, it wouldn't be silly. I mean, because they wouldn't be trading them in the division, but at the same time, we talking about a AFC team that is known to go, toe to toe with you. And I just feel like the price would be tremendously high if the Titans were to try to make a play for Stephon Diggs. And plus, dude, toxic as hell. I mean,
okay, that was going to be my next point.
You done all this shit to get away from Kirk Cousins. Cool, I understand that. You go play with Josh Allen, and timing was on point. Josh Allen became that dude. You became that dude. But then y'all can't get out of y'all own way in the playoffs. So now you're sitting up here bitching again. And honest to God, true. I mean, the way the Titans wide receiver room is set up right now, I mean, I would take all of that toxic shit. But time, nah.
I can't do it. I can't have a diva, man. Like dude said, bro, he a diva. And it's not like he a diva, like he do crazy stuff outside the field. Like it'd be on the field, like, bro, what you yelling at your quarterback for, man? He out there getting hit. Like,
bro, but all right, because I'm with you on that. But now, in retrospect, though, every time Diggs goes up and yells at the coach, like Sean McDermott, and yells at Josh Allen, like, "Hey, throw me the ball, bro. What are you doing? Just throw me the ball." They start throwing him the ball, and do they not start coming back though? Do they usually?
He's a beast. I'm not taking that. Stephon Diggs is top 10.
So that's why I kind of bring it up, because even I was watching one of the podcasts, and I can't remember what it was, but they were talking about the D-Hop situation, and he said that Colt McCoy was coming to talk to him, and he's like, there's times where I'm out there playing, and D-Hop would just come to me on the huddle, like, "Hey, bro, what are you doing? Just throw me the ball. Just get me the ball. I will make the plays, bro. Just stop doing all this other stuff. It ain't that hard. Just throw me the ball." So I'm like, we kind of need that in the wide receiver room. We kind of need a guy that, like, when certain things are going on, if Tannehill's doing something, he can go in there and huddle, but hey, dude, fuck what the coaches are saying over here on the sideline. All right? We go run this. I'm gonna run this route and throw me the ball, and we're gonna make this happen. I just so Diggs has a little bit too much of the diva side to it, but there's a part of me is like we kind of need something like that in the wide receiver room.
It's got to be a balance with it. That's what it is. It's got to be a balance with it. You got to know when to step up and say, "Hey, give me the damn ball," and when to fall back, because there's a part of it too where you got to shut up and let the quarterback do his work. And I think I can't remember what show I was listening to earlier this week, but they actually brought up the situation about Vrabel and Tom Brady, and said that they were running little play or whatever with Vrabel's out there, and Vrabel thought Tom Brady missed him, and he said Tom Brady just straight up told him, like, "Look, dude, I'm the quarterback, man. Like, if you ever act like that again, I'm not throwing you the ball."
Right. And Peyton has stories like that too.
Yeah.
But those are different quarterbacks, right? There's times where we said, hey, Tannehill's doing this. We just need him to step up this and that. So sometimes you need a DeAndre Hopkins or somebody like that to go in the huddle like, "Hey, bro, calm down. Settle in the moment. Just throw me the ball. It ain't got to be this hard, bro. They can't mess with me. They can't cover me. He's on me like white on rice, and I'm still catching the ball, bro. Just throw me the ball. I got you." It's like, but you can't just say that. Like Traylon Burks can't go up there and say that to Tannehill right now. You ain't earned that. But D-Hop's earned that. Like whatever you throw D-Hop way, it's like he got stickum on his hands. It just stays. So it's like we kind of need that, but not everybody can provide that neither.
Let's go ahead and nip this in the bud right now, man. We not acknowledging any 4, 12, and 1 teams or whatever the hell y'all record is. You get no acknowledgement.
Making in the top 5. Right?
Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, Dig already practicing yesterday. Yeah, I mean, didn't he say he wasn't coming to practice or didn't come to practice? Then showed up at practice. I mean, all that old toxic ass shit, man. Sit down somewhere, man.
Bro, he's just tired of that cold ass weather up there in Buffalo.
Probably so. But he came from Minnesota.
But they was in a dome. They were in a dome, though,
true.
Yeah.
They had the dome then. But man, he bitched his way into a better situation and he's still pitching.
He said y'all can trade for Alec Pierce.
I thought y'all love Alec Pierce. I thought man, we're not acknowledging no 4-win teams tonight, man. Stop it. We're not doing that tonight.
Oh,
man. Time for that, man.
Hey, what was I about to say, man? So we're gonna find a receiver, man. It is only gonna just give it some time, man. It may not be D-Hop, man, but we're gonna find a receiver, man. We just right now, like, if you look through the past, like the time we've been winning under Mike Vrabel, we really ain't had no great number 2 wide receiver. Like Corey Davis is not great. You see what he is on the Jets. He already getting passed up. He probably like wide receiver number 5 now.
Bro, to rookies.
You forgot he was on the Jets. Like, he's still there. I mean, who else did we have? Julio Jones, who didn't do anything, man. Julio only had like 300 yards. Like, he was barely even playing. Like, man, we ain't really just had great number 2 wide receivers. It's gonna come down to Burks. If Burks is anywhere as good as AJ Brown, then we'll be winning. Watch, we'll be winning.
Yeah. I mean, we jacked it off when it comes to the wide receiver room. I mean, we had a decent wide receiver setup. I mean, we had AJ, we had Corey. I know y'all said Corey ain't this and Corey ain't that, but Corey was a fit here in Tennessee, and fit matters. I mean, some players, can't go and do what they would do for another team somewhere else. So, I mean, you got to acknowledge that as well. Look at Khalif Raymond. Khalif Raymond, he was, I got to take the top off of defense. I mean, he was doing that throughout games for us or whatever. Went up there to Detroit, he putting in work in Detroit. Let him go. And, Tajay Sharp. People talk about Tajay Sharp, but Tajay Sharp, once Tajay Sharp was in the Tajay Sharp role, he made plays. So, the Titans, they blew it themselves with the wide receiver room. So it's up to them to get it back to where it needs to be. I got a lot of confidence in Traylon Burks. I mean, he done tackled the offseason, corrected a lot of his issues. He's back. He's more confident. I mean, that's all they've been talking about with this guy is how confident he is. And Kyle Phillips, as far as him, he just needs to stay on the field. I feel like if he stays on the field, he'll be cool. I mean, in that Giants game, just like we've been saying, man, Tannehill was feeding dude, man, and he was catching the ball. I mean, he was getting open and all of that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm with you. I have faith in Traylon, but we got to get him some help in there. Like, and
Yeah,
we can deal with some of this, and I'm sure because I have faith in Vrabel. Like, we can deal with this locker wide receiver room and still go out there and be competitive. But bro, it'd be a lot nicer to get some more help in there because, like we know, like this, we're talking D Hop and all that. But even when we talk in the future, you know, one of those wide receivers are going to have to leave Cincinnati soon too. And it ain't about to be Boyd and it ain't about to be Chase. So I think Higgins is going to be the one maybe gone, and or it might be Boyd, but Higgins or Boyd's got to go for them. They're not going to be able to afford to keep all of them and Joe Burrow. So there's going to be options to come up here in this free agency for us to get some wide receivers, and we just need to go ahead and go grab them.
Yeah, man, we need some game changers at that positions. Some game changers and some wide receivers that you can't just press on all that.
So we need some dogs.
Yeah.
We need some dogs, bro.
DeAndre Hopkins, man. What you mean? You see
exactly.
And the Hopkins, Burks, Chig, Henry.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Man, Chig, man. That's another one I'm high on, like everybody else. I mean, I was high on Chig when he got drafted because, man, I watched a couple of tight ends. He was one of them, and I said, hey, man, this dude right here look like he be something in. He got out that first season, man, although somebody couldn't dial up plays for him, but when he got the ball in his hand, he made plays.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did, bro. He came out and shocked me this past year. Like, I was expecting him to be, like, honestly decent, be good, but I wasn't expecting him to be nothing like that when he came out last year. He fully surprised me and shocked me.
Yeah, I definitely like Chig. I think Chig is going to be I ain't going to say, I'm not going to throw a star on him. I'm going to say he's going to be a good player in it for our team, man. So, like I said, I want to, he said, do you think Chig is better than Jonnu Smith? Nah, I think Jonnu better. You know what I'm saying? No offense to Chig, even though I got to see more from Chig before I say he better.
Bro, Jonnu used to drop passes. Did we forget that?
Nah,
Jonnu had a bad time of like holding on to passes all the time.
I'm not gonna say he better than Jonnu yet. You know what I'm saying? Just because, man, I used to see Jonnu, man, he catch the ball and break 3 tackles and take it 20 yards. Then they put him in running back. You know what I'm saying? He was doing all type of crazy stuff. You know, but he did have a better offensive coordinator too. So
yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
When Jonnu came into his own, man, Jonnu was a straight up menace.
Yeah,
I mean, this dude right here was, I mean, he was just straight up mousing dudes. I know y'all remember the Ravens playoff game in Baltimore when Tannehill he just threw the ball up there to him, and then here comes Jonnu out of freaking nowhere, just snatching the ball up over his head. Mm-hmm. What they call it?
The cheat.
Toe drag swag or whatever. He kept them feet in. I mean, dude was a dog, and I mean, I feel like he still can do some of that. I mean, he just hasn't been in the best position in New England.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said, nah, he's better than Smith. He said, nah, he's better than Smith. It ain't, what? It ain't close. Like,
I ain't gonna say that,
man.
Chig still got to get that blocking.
How good Jonnu Smith was. Like,
Chig still got to get that blocking on point.
Oh, see, no. We ain't bringing up that Go Titans history stuff. Nah, we ain't talking about blocking people. No.
Yeah, we got it's a tight end. It's legit.
Okay,
tight ends got to block. I mean, tight ends, they are the wide receivers who do the dirty work.
Man, I do like Copeland and Trayshawn though. I was watching some film on them when we first picked them up. That man said y'all trying to link up for that Tennessee Colts and Nashville. Man, we can. That would be dope, man. That would be dope. If I go to that game, I'll hit you up, definitely.
Yeah, man. I might come up there at the end of this year, man. I'll most definitely be at the one in Nashville because I got season tickets. But Indy, I mean, I'm thinking about going to Indy, man. It ain't nothing but what? 3-4 hours away from Nashville or something. I mean, I can get up in the morning and make that drive right there.
Yeah, bro, it ain't nothing, bro. I'm only just 9 hours away.
Man, come on, Firestone, man.
I'm coming this year, bro.
Instead of you putting come to Nashville D-Hop, you need to put come to Nashville Firestone. That's what you need to put. Come to Nashville, bro.
Firestone act like he ain't sitting up over there
you
on
should
that
see how
social
far
media
this city
money.
has came,
Bro,
bro.
you could jump on a
whole different
plane,
city
man.
now. This city is lit, bro. I just watched somebody on The Price is Right win a trip to Nashville, and they were ecstatic. They were like, "Yeah!" I was like, "What the?" I was like, "This is every day to me." You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, no, I'll be there this season. I'm catching a game this year, so I'll be there. I'll definitely.
Oh yeah, hop on one of the private jets and come on. Yeah, you know you got it.
Hell no, I fly Southwest, bro. I got the Ocho Cinco mentality.
You flying Southwest too? I ain't gonna lie, I'm going to New Orleans for the Titans' first game. That's exactly what I'm flying to. Southwest.
Yeah, bro.
You can't beat them prices. I mean, you can with Spirit, but I'm not touching that.
Bro.
I value my life too much to fly Spirit.
I'm not doing that. I'm not getting on Soul Plane. I ain't gonna say I'm rich and nothing, but I ain't getting on Soul Plane if I ain't got to.
Bro, I ain't getting on Spirit. I done seen too many of their videos of like people duct taping stuff, things coming off, falling apart, wheels falling off when they landed. It's like, no, I value myself. Like I know that $100 difference for me from Southwest to an American Airlines ain't worth that seat upgrade. But you know what? I don't care if it is a $50 plane ticket on Spirit. I ain't getting on it.
No, definitely.
I ain't worth it, man. No. But yeah, man, before we jump up out of here, man, I want to get to this Tannehill video, man, because it was a big issue made about Tannehill and mentoring last year. And from Tannehill today or yesterday, whenever he said this, I mean, it's a different tune, man. I mean, he was actually up out there with Malik throwing or whatever. And I don't hear nobody talking about it. I wonder why, man. I mean, they always find all the bullshit to come at us about, but then when you have stuff like this right here, they don't say anything.
His game this offseason from last year.
Yeah, Malik's grown a lot. You know, he put a lot of work in throughout the offseason. You know, was able to throw with him a few times in the offseason before we started out here, and you know, saw his growth, saw him pushing himself, and he's only continued that as we've got out here and played, you know, full football and OTA. So. Proud of him and the work he's put in, and it's fun to see a guy grow and his hard work pay off.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I'm gonna be short and simple with it. I mean, I always knew Tannehill was going to be a good teammate towards Malik. People just took his comment out of context. He just needs to watch his wording, which, you know, he understands that now. And you see him. I mean, sure, he want Malik to win. I mean, he want Levis to win. He just want his teammates to come up.
Yeah, no, I think last year's comment was just taken out of context because like he was trying to come off, you know, the injury and everything, trying to come back off of, or not the injury, but the playoffs loss and all that. So like he was in a mentality like I get it, y'all want me to talk about him, but I have a lot to improve. Like I'm not at a place where I'm good. I got to work on me. I can't be focused on what I got to do for Malik. I have a lot of things I got to fix. And that's what that quote was from last year. But everybody took it like, oh, he don't want to mentor. No, he just sees that he has a lot and he has to fix that first before you can go mentor somebody else. Like we said on the planes, got to put your mask on first, then you help the next person.
Most definitely. I could tell Tannehill was a good. I mean, I wouldn't say a good quarterback, but like a good guy. Whenever he handled the Mariota and him and Mariota situation, because I know that could have easily went sour. That, you know, Tannehill took his job, but it seemed like them two got along really well. You know, they haven't been. You know, they were seemed like they were good friends throughout their whole, you know, run all the way to the AFC Championship. I look at it like this. I mean, we saw it this year with him and Malik. Like even whenever Malik make a mistake, he's always talking with Malik, trying to help him improve this, that, and the other. Even during with him and Levis, he's talking to him, helping him improve. So he's always been a good guy.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, people just need to get up off that old bullshit, man, and quit riding Tannehill. I mean, I don't know.
People just hate Tannehill, man.
I understand why they hate him, and there's this honestly how all that came about last year. People just sit up here thinking Tannehill jealous because they hadn't drafted a quarterback. Then when he went up out there and said the whole thing about it's not my job to mentor him or whatever. They were, what? Yep. He jealous. Look, he's scared now. Man.
Yeah.
I knew what it was from the beginning, but Tannehill, I mean, he just worded it wrong. And as y'all can see, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, which is being a good teammate. And really, his job is to win games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So we gonna go ahead wrap this thing up. Told y'all in and out mission tonight, man. Thank y'all for joining us. Y'all continue to like, share, subscribe to the show. Tell your friends about it. Tell your family about it. Tell anybody you talking sports with about our show, man, because we're doing big things, man. RJ, you got anything you got to say before we get up out of here?
Oh yeah, man. Just keep tuning in, man. We had a good showing today, man, and keep us supporting, man. We're just gonna keep on, keep on growing until we. The most definitely when the season starts, man, it's gonna be live. I promise you. Right now, we ain't got really much to talk about, but
it's starting to come along, man.
Yeah, it's coming along.
It's football season's almost here, man. We're excited. We're ready, man. But
it's lion season right now.
Yeah.
Lion season.
Yeah, topics are about to get better. So yeah, there's about to be a lot more coming up, man. I'm excited for preseason. As crazy as that sounds, but I'm just ready for some football, man.
Yeah, man. So with that being said, thank y'all, and we out.